All right, welcome to Girl Code. Yeah, we're back. Episode 2.
Dos
minutos.
Okay.
Yes. Does that mean minutes? Yeah. I took 5 years of Spanish. I'm sorry. I have nothing.
We can't tell.
Nothing to show for it. You know me. It's Egypt. I got
Tati, woo woo, and Brittany. Huh?
Yeah, we here. We about to start chatting. About fucking. No, I'm just kidding. We're about to start chatting about hip hop. No, we're talking about hip hop music today, but we're talking about like its influence on how like women are viewed in society today. Because baby, hip hop music just has like women just doing the utmost, like. You know, like we be like, they call us like bitches, hoes, thoughts, you know.
Out of our name, basically.
All the damn time. And, you know, like growing up, like when I was younger and listening to hip hop music, like I didn't really like feel no type of way. And I still don't feel no type of way like now to this day, because I know like they're not describing me. Like they're just describing, I don't know, like I feel like, I don't know. I don't never take nothing too personally in like hip hop music. Like I don't take nothing to heart. So that way when people is going OD hard, like, oh, like, you know, how do you feel that you're always making content like bringing down the black woman or, you know, disrespecting the black queen, da da da. It's just like, I don't know. I never really think too deep into it, but I feel like it's like a situation. Like I feel like it's like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, like, a issue. Cause, like...
For sure. So, we have to talk about that today.
Yeah.
Definitely dive into that.
Yeah, because women are doing a lot to, like, try to keep men or, like, catch a man's eye. When, realistically, like, all that shit is...
It's not sustainable, honestly.
No, it's not even realistic at all. Because, like...
It's not.
Bitches just getting their little body done and whatever.
For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm very much, if it makes you happy, I'm not living your life. So I want you to be happy with yours. Like, thanks. So like, if that's what makes you happy, okay. Like, it's no judgment, and it should never be no judgment from anybody, because we don't have a right to judge nobody. Mm-mm. But at the end of the day, like, you know, you have to dig deep and ask why this would make you happy. You understand what I mean?
Like, are you happy? Like, are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it because you feel like a man would be more attracted to you, like if he saw you, like, oh, like if I get bigger titties, like, oh, like that nigga will want me. Like, oh, if my ass is fat, oh, he gonna want me too. Right, like, you know, like, so it's just like certain things that you would like.
Right. And it might not even be for an intention of a man. It could just be, you just have to decide, was it for you or is it for any other reason, essentially. It might not be a man that's pulling you in that direction. It might be whatever else. But are you doing it for you, or are you doing it for something else? In that case, it usually might not be the best decision if it's not for you.
Right. I feel like hip hop has definitely influenced beauty standards in like the black community, especially nowadays, where women feel like they have to have that hourglass shape or figure, or they have to have like the latest and greatest in like fashion or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Chanel.
They have to have Chanel. Like, Chanel is cool and all. It's a French brand. You know what I'm saying?
A Birkin. But
what do y'all really know about that? I feel like if you get a Birkin bag, that's an investment. That's an heirloom situation.
Right. Yeah.
It's not something to flaunt off. You know, when we see our Caucasian friends with Birkin bags, they're not stepping out casually with that. That's a bag that you wear, you know, if you got a court case or something. You feel me?
Right.
You feel me? Right. It's not a casual luxury.
Yeah.
And people usually stock them, you know, in their closet as a prized possession more so than something that they wear to flex, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like beauty standards in the black community can be a little
more diverse.
No, not more diverse, more so like unachievable. Because it's always changing, so no one's ever satisfied with what they bring to the table, because women feel like they have to do certain things or look a certain way in order to get attention from a man or keep the man around, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, everybody, Instagram and all that is a facade. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you know how many people wear padded bras to get more cleavage. That don't necessarily mean they got surgery to get that.
Yeah.
And then when you're 16, you get surgery. No shade to the people who got surgery, because if you got surgery, like Brittany said, do what makes you happy. But think about your 60-year-old body when you got fat injected into your back. Your back is gonna hurt.
Right.
You're gonna have to keep on getting surgery so your ass don't droop. You know what I'm saying?
every time you
get breast implants, you got to keep on, getting that nip and tuck every 10 years.
Right.
Because, God forbid that silicone or the saline solution, you know what I'm saying, doesn't leak.
Yo, breast illness.
Get sick. Yeah, breast implant
is real. It's real. I really followed this girl on YouTube, and she documented her whole situation with her friends. She was like, oh, I got a breast implant, and I'm the only one that's gonna be honest, I feel sick as fuck.
Oh wow.
I'm sick. Sometimes my vision gets blurry and my chest really hurts me, blah blah blah.
Right.
And she went from a B or A cup to double D's.
Wow.
So yeah, and I what's crazy is at one point before, I used to want to get implants. I used to want I want not OD, I didn't want to go from a B to fucking double D's, right. But I wanted a nice little
perk.
Plump, yeah, a nice little plump
right.
C, you feel me? So
I understand.
I could bring the cleavage up and ooh.
Right.
But you gotta understand that even people who have big titties, not everybody has the titties that cleavage that that come together and have cleavage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It all depends on how your
genetics are. Yeah, your genetics.
Sure. I feel like the Players Club, you gotta work with what you got to get what you want. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got little titties and a nice little butt, hey,
right,
make it work,
make it twerk. Okay,
it's not always worth it.
Right, and if you got titties and no ass, just wear some V-necks.
Yeah, make it work.
Okay.
Let the girls roam.
Show it off.
Yeah.
And if you ain't got no titties or no ass, and you just got a cute face, be it. Okay,
to the gods.
Okay,
period.
Shoot. I'm just saying, we all got something you like about yourself. Right. So I would say, play that up. Don't be out here trying to impress nobody, because unless you impress yourself, you're not gonna impress nobody. You feel me?
And going under the knife is not always a risk you want to take.
No, yeah, exactly.
Can we talk about how BBLs, 1 in 3,000 women die from those?
Yes, and there's always complications. My friend is a nurse. She told me that recently she saw somebody who came in because she had an abscess on her ass. Yes. If you don't know what an abscess is, it's like a pus-filled wound.
Right.
And that means that whatever they stuck inside of them, the hole that they left, did not heal correctly. Right. And now you're leaking fluids and you're infected. And it's possible that your butt, is not going to be the butt you wanted.
After the money you spent.
Right. After the coin you just dropped to get a new butt.
Right. But a more fatal outcome is fat embolisms, which
look, she's gonna give us some doctor.
Just so you guys know,
biochemist.
Right. Hey. So when they're going in and they're transferring that fat, it's very easy for them to damage gluteal blood vessels. Okay, and when those are damaged, the fat can enter the bloodstream.
Ooh, you don't want that.
And when it does,
blood poisoning,
it can clog something. Yep. And you don't want clogged.
Okay. You
and
get
so
a heart attack.
That's a fat embolism, basically.
Yeah.
So it's is that really worth it? You know what I mean?
Listen.
Is it? You really gotta ask yourself that before you do it, cause.
Right. And you can have allergic reactions to fillers and whatnot, and you could die.
Bro, oh my, let's talk about how these filters on Instagram or just Snapchat be making you
unplugged, so I don't know.
But they be making you
sometimes
want to be oh my god, if my lips was just a little bit,
I understand.
Or if my nose was a little bit more narrow.
You think filters do all that? Pinching your nose, make your lips more plump?
Yeah, no,
there are filters that
do exactly that. That do exactly that, and you be oh my god,
wow.
If I get my lips like this, that bitch, period. Like, and that's it. But it's like,
yeah, okay. I mean, I feel like some people who don't have lips and they have those, like, you know, sometimes they have the Russian filters, you know what I'm saying? And that make your lips look big and your nose look small, like a little Bratz doll. You know, sometimes it's cute. Other times, if your lips are already full, you got bigger lips on the filter and like, this one's not for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like filters can really skew your vision and can give you body dysmorphia complex because you feel like, damn, why don't I look like this in real life? Yeah. When people really don't look like that in real life unless they got surgery.
Unless they got surgery.
Because that's not proportional. You know, God made you the way you're supposed to be because that's how you're supposed to be.
Talk you know what I'm saying?
Unless you have a unless you got a cleft lip or something like that and you want to really get that fixed because, you know, you feel like you're different from society. Hey, I get it. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if you rolling around, your top lip is a little smaller than your bottom, you know, God made you that way. Be happy. You know?
Yeah. Be happy you're different. Everybody wants to look the same.
Yes.
Oh my God. Every woman on freaking Instagram looks the same.
And that's quite literally the beauty standard. Everyone's chasing that look.
Yeah,
and
to look just like Kim
Kardashian.
Yeah, a girl with a fat ass and a small waist, or a girl with some big titties. Like in hip hop, it's a fat ass.
But wait, can we talk about it? Because, like, you know, Kim, when she first, you know, got famous off of her sex tape, her butt was not that big. Okay?
No, it wasn't.
And
it was wide, though.
It was wide. It wasn't big. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
Armenian, so she might got a little shape on her because, you know, in the middle, you know, I don't think Armenia is in the Middle East, but, you know, sometimes some people consider that the Middle Elike, but, you know, they be having shapes on them. Like, they be having the little, you know, the little pear situation. But, like, you know, I feel like she was someone who dated black men. She dated Ray J, Reggie Bush, Kanye. Now he's her husband, and they
pray
kind
for
of
Kanye. Yeah, pray for him. Pray for his
they
family.
Kind of, men kind of look at women who look like black women but not are black women.
Yeah,
you know, who have like features of a black woman but aren't black women, and they put them on a pedestal or like, oh, she's exotic. You feel me,
bitch? The fuck? Like you're look at it
like, that's cool if you like what you like, that's fine, but don't try to like put the next woman down because she's quote unquote exotic.
Like listen, like I'm the originator of that fat ass big titty stuff. Like, come on.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Period. You know what I'm saying? It really mind boggles me when there's a woman that takes from black culture and black features and makes it her own, and then like, oh, she's the beauty standard.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, blackfishing.
Blackfishing. Okay,
it's a thing.
And did you see Kylie when she had a dark skin or something like that, brown skin girl or something like that?
Oh no!
Where? And then she made a comment like,
no. Wait, guys, wait, please keep me up to date. Okay. Wait, what's going on?
No, deja vu.
No. Wait, no. She said no. She claims it was photoshopped. She swears it was photoshopped. Okay. She was like, why? Like, I'm not black. Why would I do that? So somebody in her whatever took a post from her and made it say brown skinned girl, and then, you know, she changed, and then they changed it to whatever she claimed she had posted originally or whatever.
Okay.
So everybody peeped, and everybody was like, bitch, you is not black. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
No, like, my thing is, like, if it's your prerogative to date black men, that's fine. You know, it's cool. It's whatever.
It is what it is.
Because if a black man likes you, hey, good for you. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of men in the world for every woman. You know, whether you date, you know, I'm down with the swirl, okay? If you want to date who you want to date, that's on you. Yeah. But don't make it a fetish. Don't make it a thing where, like, ooh, we're going to have cute mixed babies. That's weird. Yeah. That's a real weird thing, and that shows you have a little bit of an insecurity or a complex where you feel like you know, with the beauty standard that's like,
like, oh my God, if I have a mixed baby,
that's a little strange.
Yeah,
the world's gonna just,
you got some work to do,
like you know, even though they're very cute children.
No, yeah, definitely,
yeah, very cute children.
Every child, but it's God's child.
Yeah.
I think that when P. Diddy, Puffy, Sean Combs, he started dating Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, you know.
J-Lo booty.
That's when the beauty standard in hip hop kind of like swayed to black men wanting to have like more exotic women in their music videos, or starting to date and cross over into like interracial relationships and whatnot. Because back in the day, you know, Nelly right there, and you know, girls had cornrows in the video. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Right.
And then as like as time progressed, it kind of like stepped back. Even Beyonce, you know, Kelly could have been the lead singer, although her voice is not as strong as Beyonce, but they could have gave her a little more playtime. But Beyonce was always like, I'm the middle, and she was the only light one in the group.
I feel like that was her daddy though.
I mean,
right?
It could have been her daddy, but it's still like she
know.
claims to be Creole. Creole is cool, but it's not like a race, or you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like not like, but it is like when you're from the deep south and you have French blood in your family, which is fine. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like you shouldn't feel like superior because having French blood means you have Caucasian blood in you. And
But
that's cool.
you know, that goes back to colorism.
No, yeah, it goes
which
back to
has
colorism.
Existed in our community forever.
For a long time,
right?
Since the slavery days.
Right, the paper bag test. If you couldn't go into the clubs or the supper club, yeah. Back in the day, you couldn't go to a supper club if you couldn't pass the paper bag test. You had to look like a paper bag or lighter.
We still see it.
Or white passing.
It happened to me a month ago, actually.
A month ago?
Yeah.
What
Where
happened?
the fuck was it?
Okay, so it was for Diane's bachelorette party. We had went out. One of my good friends.
Oh, hey Diane, what's
Hey,
going on, girl?
Congrats again, boo.
Congrats, yes.
She
But-
said, you know, wipe them up. Hey,
Secured. So we had gone out to I want to say it's Magic Hour Rooftop.
Okay.
And I think we were a little late for our reservation. So, you know, we were trying to explain, like, listen, it's a bachelorette party.
Wait. Is Diane playing?
Yeah.
All of us. Just making sure.
Right?
I gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't
highly
funny.
melanated girls, a group of girls. So I think there was like maybe 7 of us. You know, we still bomb as hell, obviously. But they told us that they were going to try to see and finesse a table for us, being that it was a special occasion. And we were like, bet. So we were waiting on the side for maybe about 20 minutes. All of a sudden, the guys who we spoke to had taken maybe about 3 or 4 light-skinned, super curly long hair, light bright glowy girls to the front and in, and I had pulled them to the side and I was like, hey, like, what happened to you guys trying to finesse a table for us? And they were like, oh, well, you guys have one more girl, and you know, now we have to close down the club because we're at capacity, so like, I'm sorry, we couldn't really.
Oh, fuck no. I would have. Oh, shit.
We're calling News 12.
I was like, wow, that's real crazy.
No.
I don't think he saw that I was watching him escort those girls to the front. So he thought I was just checking in on like our status of our table, but I watched him escort those girls.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. In 2020, in New York, that is supposed to be the melting pot of America. And, you know, that just comes to show that there is still favoritism in this world, especially, you know, Manhattan.
Colorism.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And being a bachelor, engagement party, bachelorette, I can never say that word, bachelorette, yeah, that really hurts my heart, because if you can't get a drink at Magic Hour, where the hell could you go? you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
That's supposed to be nice. Supposed to want to take your pictures and stuff. That was whack.
Right.
That was whack. Magic Hour. We're gonna tag you. We're gonna be like, we don't like that y'all did that.
Right.
And in 2020, in the middle of a pandemic,
You're canceled.
right? You don't.
Period.
Shoot, people dying left and right, and we want to have a good time.
Just for a bachelorette, like,
Yeah, like
Dang, at least for
celebrate
that.
life and
Gonna
union.
boycott.
It's-
yeah.
look,
Put some signs out there.
that's not okay. But
So,
yeah, I definitely understand where that's coming from, because you know there's definitely been situations where you're like, damn, if I was light skinned, would I be treated like that? You ever been in a situation like that?
You know what's crazy is because like all my friends that I hang out with, they're all lighter than me. Like I'm the only like brown skinned girl like in the crew or whatever.
Dang,
Now
you
that I think
are.
about it, it sure
You
is true.
are.
I'm the only brown skinned girl in my close friend circle.
Wow.
And like I don't think there's ever been a point where I felt like I was the only brown skinned girl.
Or the token black.
Yeah,
No,
in the crew. So like there be like men will make comments. They be like, "Oh, chocolate," like you know, like stuff like that. But I don't never take that like, like you know, as like disrespect or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time. And I wish Taylor's here. Well, there's this one time when it was New Year's. We were like in high school and we were about to go to somebody's like party in their apartment or whatever. And we was downstairs waiting and some man comes down and you know, he's with all standing there or whatever and he's like, "Hey, black girl." I was like,
What?
So I started dying laughing. He was like, "Hey, black girl, what's your name? You're beautiful." I was like,
Wait. Was he black?
"Yeah, he's black.
What's going on?
It's a black guy." So,
Like, I'm confused.
So we're in the hood. I don't know.
No.
It's New Year's. He's drunk. Everybody's lit. He
Not
goes,
drunk.
"Hey, black girl."
Oh no.
I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." I was like, "Okay." He was like, "What's your name?" I didn't say nothing. I was like, he was like, "All right, anonymous, have a good night." Yo, I was like,
Nah, it's the anonymous for me.
yo, the anonymous part. I remember that to
No,
the
that
day.
really cracked me
Nigga
up.
said anonymous. I was like, I didn't tell you my name.
Black
Ooh.
men are
What's your name?
undefeated. Yo.
Anonymous.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, you smooth,
Undefeated.
You smooth." In fact, I never
You
felt
shoulda
no
gave
type
me
of
your
way.
number right then
I
and
never
there.
felt no. Hell no, he looked crazy.
I'm joking.
Wait. This is a good segue. So someone came to me the other day and they were telling me how they feel that we as black women let black men get away with like murder essentially. Like we let them get away with a lot of things. Yeah, and like we baby them and that like I guess basically we enable them. Do you guys feel you could understand that perspective? Because I was having a hard time understanding where she was coming from, but I mean, this must be something that other people think of, right?
Well, I feel like the black mother could do that for their son, but I feel like a lot of times there's a situation at hand where some black men choose to not date black women because they feel like we nag or like, you know what I'm saying, we're too hard on them.
I feel
Intimidating.
Like, so that's weird. Yeah, like
But,
that
you
she
know-
would say that. She was black?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I always heard it the other way. Like men be like, "Oh, I don't want to date a black woman because she's too much. Like it's too much attitude
She's angry.
and too much back and forth, and I don't want to get into arguments and da 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 da."
First of all, grow up. Okay.
Yeah, like
Grow up.
I'd rather date a white woman because she's gonna like wait, what? Like what?
I just feel like, you know, you date who you want to date
Right.
for your personal reasons, but don't let
Right.
it be ignorant and don't let it be fetish, you know,
That is all.
fetishized.
That is
Yeah.
really all.
Don't let it be like, you can date who you want, have your preferences, but when you start to be disrespectful towards other like races of other nationalities of women, then like you're just doing too fucking much.
Also, being a bigger girl has opened my eyes to men and what they perceive as beautiful, or like them respecting me in a sense. Like, you don't have to like me or be attracted to me to respect me.
Right.
I've had situations where I've been in the club with my friends or whatever, and a man who wants to talk to my friend would stand right in front of me like I was a fucking tree. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm standing here with my friends.
Right.
It would be nice for you to be nice to me, so I can be like, yeah, girl, go talk to him.
Right. If anything.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, don't be rude. Don't be
Guys
rude
don't
just
think
because you're
like
not
that.
attracted to me.
Right.
But I've also been in situations where men thought it was okay to be like, ooh, I like you. You know what I'm saying? That's creepy. You feel me? Like, oh, because you got low meat on your bone. Come here. I like the No. I'm a regular person, okay, just like you. And if you like me, then you're going to speak to me and approach me in a way that makes me feel like a human, not a piece of meat.
Right.
And not like I'm going to be like a toy for you.
Right.
It's like next I'm thick. He's
Yeah,
like,
like-
I like him thick. Nigga, okay.
Yeah, okay, too.
Cool story.
Good for
Right.
you.
Right.
Okay, so I feel like even in like the hip hop community, like even when Jill Scott came out, they like fetishized her for being a thicker woman, and you know, a lot of times I get comments like, "Oh, you look like Jill Scott. I'm like, do I really, or am I just big? Big and cute, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like, you know, I don't think being fat is a negative connotation because it's something that you have. But to try to call somebody fat to be disrespectful is kind of like, okay, like, you don't think I know? Okay, I wake up every morning.
Right.
I look at the mirror. I look good, but I am fat. I get it.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really, like, in society, you got to really, like, with the beauty standard, you have to understand that some people accept them for who they are. And just because you're uncomfortable because somebody looks a certain way or decides to live a certain lifestyle doesn't mean it's your business. Doesn't mean that you're a part of their body. That's why when people get surgery to change how they want to look, you know, I understand. You want to get a little slimmer? Hey, go get that gastric sleeve. Go nip and tuck, get that tummy tuck. You know what I'm saying? Go get that fat injected in your butt. But just know that there are complications that might happen with that. You feel me? And the attention that you get from having that surgery is also, you know, something to think about as well. Because if you're an insecure person with what you got going on, and once you know, look how you would like to look, there's going to be another type of attention. Are you ready for that? Or
all that attention.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you get a big old butt. And you never had a butt before, and you was insecure about not having a butt. Now you have a butt, and now you got men wanting you only for your butt, and you mad because you can't find a man that's really gonna love and care for you. Niggas just want to clap your cheeks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So
you know,
point.
So Dream Doll. She had like documented like how her surgeries, because she had like a couple of surgeries. She has a lot of surgery, and she was talking about how when she first went to get her surgery, how like it started like lumping up like inside of like her legs and stuff.
What, fat?
Yeah. So
you have to get lymphatic drainage and massages so that doesn't happen. So
she had to go back and get her surgery redone again or whatever. And it's like, because like you could have so many complications and stuff like that. Like you could die from,
so you gotta make sure you're healthy
those type
first.
Of things. Like Cardi B, when she told a story about how she got her implants,
even know what's in her ass,
in a basement.
It was a syringe.
A basement.
Oh, supposedly it's silicone or cement. Nobody knows what is in her ass. But she told a story, and I'm glad that she's told that story. And you know, you never know there's gonna be, because sometimes people die from that. You know, it can be toxic to your bloodstream.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like all these girls, like on TikTok the other day, like I was seeing a video of some man talking about Mulatto, you know, Mulatto the rapper or whatever.
Yes.
He was talking about how like, you know, she's not fire because like her ass isn't fat and her titties aren't done. And I was like,
she's a beautiful girl. She got a nice little shape, and how about it? I would hope it's real because it look real. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not real, she got a little cupcake. She's smart. Yeah. She want her back hurting when she's 80. So that's good.
Yeah, it's real natural. And she has a really pretty face.
That's the issue.
But even like a lot of people have issues with her name Mulatto because that's supposed to be a mixed person, and that was supposed to be a derogatory term back in the day, and she's kind of like, you know, uses
embracing
it.
Yeah, you know, like we took we took the N word, like nigga. Come on,
like, come on. Be mulatto, let her be mulatto, and she doing the damn thing.
You walk around calling each other nigga every day, so the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's different. No, it's different. Okay, we took it back.
Can we please?
Okay, we took it back. You can't say it.
Right.
Well, yeah. So I mean, if she want to be mulatto, more power to her.
That's her business.
You feel me?
Right.
You know, that's her business. You feel me? Like if somebody wanted, like a girl, she want to refer to herself as the B word. I'm not gonna say it because my mom might watch this. But you know, yeah, that's her prerogative.
Right.
You know, we text our friends, man, you know, let me tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. That's just how we talk. But it's in our culture to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's just...
Yeah, I don't think there's any other culture that has like influenced. I feel like African American culture period has just influenced the standard of beauty like as a whole.
I don't know if people feel this way yet, but I also feel that like the love for the black woman, like we're starting to see it a little bit more on IG. Like there are some pages like Brown Art, shout out to Brown Art. Like there are some pages like that really take the time to appreciate melanin and black women. But I feel like even though we see it on IG now a little bit more than we did before, I feel like it doesn't you don't actually see it in real life. You don't actually see that same love in real life for black women.
No, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Even working at Sephora, seeing beauty campaigns, there'll be like that one model from Africa that's bald, super dark skin.
Right.
The same
There's
feature.
that silhouette.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but I would like to see somebody that look like me.
Just
You
me.
know what I'm saying? Just like
regular me.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel me? Like, that's cool. I'm glad you're trying to like show that there's different people, but like you don't have to get the exotic looking black woman.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on now. It's 2020.
I definitely feel like things, especially being in 2020, I feel like things could be more inclusive. And I feel like I do see it a little bit more, like, you know, shout out to Riri for starting that whole thing up, 40 Shades, and now other brands try to incorporate like foundations.
Shades,
more foundations, more
Yeah,
colors.
but y'all need to stop making our foundation red. Everybody red.
Right. But
No, it's it. Come on now. Yeah.
no, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real. But no, honestly,
Nah, yeah, I feel what you're saying. I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like now, like, I've noticed more now, like, I want to try, like, natural, like more, like, wearing my own, like, hair texture or whatever.
Yes, girl, you better do it.
Bro, like,
queen, come through curls.
the
Yes.
maintenance for natural hair, though, bro.
Let's talk about
It's
it.
okay. I feel like
okay.
it's a great time. You'll see black women wear their hair naturally more so in the summertime because
Yes.
it's wash and go season.
Yes.
You don't really got to do much to
Right.
it, but you know,
That's the
wash
best time
it,
to
put your little-
experiment with
Yes.
it, right? You can go outside, your hair not dry up because it's not cold outside.
Right.
So, like, I understand.
Yeah.
But, honey, the amount of time it takes to just wash your hair and then style your hair
Yeah.
and then protective styles and then what?
Yes, but we like versatility over here. So you're gonna get you're gonna get a wig one day. You might get some
Right.
box braids. You might get a
Right.
ponytail the next time.
Yeah.
And then if I'm feeling like, you know, real festive, I might throw some braids in my hair again, but like switch it up. So, you know, it's really
Might get blonde one day, brown.
right. And don't ask me, are these
Ginger.
extensions? Because what's it to you?
I bought it.
Okay.
Are you paying for the next set?
Right. Is that why you're asking?
So mind your business.
Right.
Do you have 5 on it? 500, that I mean. Because
Right.
Yo, can
hairs are
we
cheap.
talk about how expensive it is to,
Be a woman
yo,
in 2020.
bro, hair is expensive.
They make
And then you want
bank
to get your
off
nails
us.
done. Mine's not done right now because I'm in school and I can't have nails. But best believe I'm gonna keep a lash on
They're
me.
not cheap.
Yeah.
honey.
You okay? You got
Nails.
to be a bad bitch is expensive.
It costs.
Expensive. That's why. Listen.
And then when a man does not appreciate that, that's what makes me mad. You don't notice this new color?
It's like, hey,
You don't see that
dare
this is
you not see
22
this
this time
highlight.
and not
Right.
18?
the hell?
Come on.
I changed
on.
my nails, obviously.
I'm serving.
If you paid more attention, you would notice that.
Right.
Right.
I'm serving it today, baby.
Okay.
Say something.
Right.
Yes,
'Cause
please.
if not you, a nigga in a DM will.
Oh,
She said it.
I wasn't expecting
She said what she said.
That's a what? Purge.
somebody is taking notes. Not yeah. We talk about these niggas in DMs be really bold.
I feel like we touched on this a little bit, but like, you know, have you ever felt disrespected, you know, by like anyone, like female included, because like of your skin color? Like, have you felt like a girl who was like lighter than you has made you feel like, you know, a type of way for being darker? Or have you felt like a man, you know, has made you feel a type of way ever because you were like, you know, brown skin instead of being light skin?
I got a situation for you as soon as you said that. So I remember I was in undergrad at UConn, and there's this corny boy who like everyone seemed to like in our year. Obviously I'm not gonna say his name, but I think at one point stop it, instigator. I think at one point I had gone out and I was at the bar and he was also at the bar, and I think we were like having small talk, which was weird because like I don't really talk to him or his friends like that. But once we had gotten into conversation, I guess he kind of started to like distance himself a little bit. So kind of like, don't talk to me anymore. I don't know. It was weird. But then he just all of a sudden blurted out, I like exotic looking girls. And I was like, this is my drink. I was like,
what?
Okay, cool story, bro. Like,
what are we talking about?
Fan-fucking-tastic.
right.
What are we
That's
talking
great
about?
for you. Like,
No, that's whack.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, what are we?
Look,
what are we talking about?
None for you, Glenn Kogo. No, what was it? None for you, Gretchen.
It's like, and, yes, and never Gretchen Wieners.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
and none for Gretchen Wieners.
it's like, you go, Coco.
For you.
For you, Coco.
Yeah, you know, I feel like the term exotic and foreign is loosely used in the Black community, and we have to understand that.
Because these bitches ain't foreign. The fuck? No, I'm just kidding.
Unless you have personally, you know, come from another country, you're not foreign. If you were born in the US of A,
we the same.
we all the same.
We-
you know?
You're not more exotic than me.
Yeah,
Hey.
if your parents are not from the US of A, hey, shout out to you and you for being first generation.
Facts.
American.
You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't make you more than the next because you speak another language or whatever. That's cool. You know, hey, shout out to you for being cultured. But you
More
know,
job opportunities.
hey, but y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to stop fetishizing. I can never say this word. That or bachelorette.
But you know what? You know what? I'm not even gonna come at nobody for like having fetishes, because as women, we love a man that's tall. You feel me?
I feel like tall is not. I don't feel like tall is a fetish. Like, you have to be tall. I'm tall. You feel me?
No, but
And
I'm
she's
saying,
short.
like,
You know.
we have standards. Like, we want niggas to come. Like,
Right.
I want a nigga who's like tall, and a nigga who got a nigga who got tats. And
Right.
that.
Right.
You feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
It works both ways.
Both ways.
but-
Like, women, we do the.
I think it's different.
I don't want to date a light skinned nigga because he's too emotional. I don't want to date a dark skinned nigga because he's too savage.
But I don't think
we
women,
do that.
Yeah, I don't think women will be like, oh, he's not foreign, so I'm not looking at him.
No, but we'll be like, oh,
If he doesn't
he's not light skinned, I'm not looking at him. He's not dark skinned, I'm not fucking with him. We'll do that.
I feel like there are colors, you know, there are part. Yeah, you know
what I'm saying? We'll
like,
do that.
okay, so back in the day when Chris in like middle school, high school, when Chris Brown was like, you know, the man. You know what I'm saying? Girls went, ooh, I like Chris Brown. I like Joel Santana. I like what's his name? Who likes him? Tiger. I don't really like Tiger. Sorry, Tiger, but you know, no shade.
You
But,
cool
you
with
know, he
that.
wasn't my type.
Yeah.
But you know, I need somebody who's a little gangster. Anywho,
You can say 50 Cent. I was still a kid when 50 Cent was
Right,
popping.
right.
no, 50 Cent. you know,
I was still in
oh,
elementary school when Candy Shop came out. Was it
Right.
No,
elementary
yeah, it was
or
middle school.
Middle
Well,
school.
I'm old. So, yeah.
No, I think you're right. I think
It was middle school when Katie
yeah.
Shop came out, because I remember being at the school dance and he was like,
Dum, dum, dum.
I remember being at the bus stop with my ones, like
with your AirPod?
right at 6 o'clock in
That's
the
an
morning.
AirPod, iPod?
Yeah.
Right.
Thought you was cute when you had your iPod.
Oh no, baby.
Like, you don't have this? Oh.
Different
Smells like broken here. You got a Zune?
We were something else when we were younger, yo. But we thought we was all that in a bag of chips.
all those songs though, Whisper.
No, but yeah, even, remember, they would talk about red bones all the time, and you're like, what the hell is red bones? You realize it's a light-skinned girl, and you're like, damn, I guess
from,
it's not red
like
bone.
down south, like that red bone talk or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, how come down south don't have nothing for the?
For the chocolate girl?
Yeah.
Well, because down south, that's where, you know, the slavery happened, and
Oh, so
you feel
maybe
me? They
that's
don't
more
really,
that, like,
you know what I'm saying?
know.
You feel me? It's the beauty standard down there is still kind of messed
Black
up.
people, please
Where black
unlearn
people
this
prefer,
beauty
like,
standard.
yeah,
Please.
That's the slave mentality.
But you'll usually, like, you got to think about it. Usually you'll see a dark-skinned man with a woman that's a little lighter than him, or completely light. Versus you never see a chocolate couple.
That's very true.
You see that? And then usually
That's
like,
all I want.
Rarely.
They're
Jackie
awesome.
Aina and her British.
Oh,
She
can we
did
talk?
that.
Look, can we
She
talk
did
about that?
that.
Because she did that. She secured the bag.
she
That
did.
ring.
Whoa.
How? that proposal.
Come on, Dennis.
Let's get into Diarra and Ken. Okay, brown skin couple holla.
Okay.
Black love.
Okay.
Period. That's
And
all.
And they've been out here for a while.
For a minute.
Yeah,
Yes.
Young black
living
love.
their life. Yeah, we love to see it.
Yes.
But back to the question that you asked about have I ever felt like disrespected for being darker? I'm gonna say no.
By either a woman or a man.
Like in general?
Yeah, like has a like girl like ever bullied
the same?
you?
No, like you know, working
like a lighter skinned woman or like any like
someone who's not black or just somebody who's lighter.
Anybody who's lighter than you
For
that
just-
makes you feel like, you know.
Yeah. Working in the beauty industry, it's not harder, but like sometimes it can be challenging working or servicing people who are not of the same race or the same complexion because they think that you're not as educated in their complexion. You know what I mean? So I've gotten situations where someone's like, "Oh no, I want somebody who can show me," or I'll watch something like, "Oh, can we see it on my skin?" And I'm like, "Bro, it's gonna look the same on you, but because you're so adamant on, you know what I mean, on making me feel like what I did wasn't good enough for you because you don't think that I can service you as well as someone who looks like you could."
Now, this is a question that I have for you.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember, like, a big concern, especially being for my best friend Diana, when we were thinking about makeup and the bridesmaids. Her wedding was going to be in Cancun, so people from the resort were planning on doing our makeup, and we were a little apprehensive because we were like, we don't know if like they'll be able to do black makeup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you feel like that's a fair concern, or being on the other side of it, do you feel like not so much?
I feel like when you're a licensed professional and your body of work speaks for yourself, then by all means, hey, you can show them your portfolio like, hey, yes, we've done women of color, if that's your concern. But I feel like if you work at a place, like I work in a place that's predominantly, the demographic of the mall is predominantly Caucasian.
Right.
So you would think that they, you know, wouldn't throw me out in the woods and I wouldn't know anything about doing makeup on that, you know, particular clientele.
Right.
So like, yes, they trained me. Like the whole reason when I became a makeup artist at that place, the why I didn't want to do makeup there was because I'm not educated. I wasn't educated when I first started on how to do makeup on someone who's lighter than me. I usually did makeup on people
yourself?
on myself who are my complexion
complexion,
or a little darker or just a little bit lighter, you know,
Yeah.
or like my mom's complexion she's a little lighter than me. So when it came to fact to do with somebody who was a little more fair, I really stepped back and like understood undertones and whatnot.
Right.
But I do feel like sometimes there's fair reasoning on why somebody might think that, but when you step into a place that has things for everyone, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You shouldn't go in with that mindset that she's not going to be able to match me.
I see.
But like being that it's a resort in Mexico, so you don't really know
What they have.
what they got going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
everybody should bring their makeup bag if need be, or you hire a makeup artist. But, you know, just to be, you know what I'm saying?
Say.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to Michelle. Makeup.as.me
Go follow
if you
her,
want to book me.
please.
Book me.
She's amazing.
Thank you. But, yeah, I feel like that's still something happening in the beauty industry is inclusivity and knowing that most makeup artists in 2020 know how to do makeup for all complexions. Now, when it comes to hairstyling, not everybody's
Equipped to do
natural hair.
Yeah.
You know, or some people who do ethnic hair don't really know how to
Oh my gosh.
maintain you know, a hair type that's not as coarse as they're used to.
There was like, I don't know if it was an episode of Wendy Williams or whatever or something, but she had a hairstylist on, I think he was Caucasian or whatever, and he was trying to say that, like, you know, the two braids hairstyle that the Kardashians like started that.
Oh no.
And she corrected him so quick, and it's like, this is the braids I got under my wig. Like, no, like, this is like, no, like, this is something that's always been done. Like, this is like, you know.
Yeah.
And like, there was this time on the news where a hairstylist was doing a woman's natural hair, and he was like spraying water on a woman's natural, like, you know, natural hair texture, and expecting it to just flow up and be sleek like these other. I was like, you got this lady looking crazy on the news. Because, you know, damn well her hair not about to do the same. What is wrong? like, it's just like, you know what's crazy is like, when I come to Sephora, I'm looking for someone who is my skin tone because I know that she knows what'll work for our skin tone.
Right.
So I feel like when the customers come in there, it's just like, it's a comfortability because it's like, I know that she knows it works for her, so most likely it's gonna work for me too.
It's more of a trust, I feel like.
No, yeah, it's definitely more of a trust, but we're trying to teach clients to
trust everyone.
Trust that not trust everybody, but just know that if you come here, everyone is trained on. Like, you know, they got hired for a reason. It's not like we just got a job. Most people who work at where I work at is they're licensed. Yeah. You know, when you have your license, it's essential for you to
know everything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, granted, you might get someone who's not as familiar, but you know, don't blatantly like, no, I want somebody who's black, or no, I need somebody who looks like me to do this. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You get the help that you can, and then you give them a try. And if it doesn't work out, then you're like, you know what? I gave you a try. It didn't really work out. Let me go to the next person. Right. You feel me?
Right.
So
I feel like that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's definitely fair.
No, yeah, because even when I went to a MAC counter once, they were having a day where they were doing like free trials. So the girl did my eyes. She did like a blue smoky eye, and I was just kind of like,
interesting.
This is not what I.
How'd you feel about it overall?
You know, huh?
How'd you feel about it overall?
It was cool, but I didn't feel like she gave me the vibe I wanted it on my eye.
Do you feel like a black woman would have did that to you?
I feel like she would know not to saturate it so much on my eye. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, she was older, so it came with the age, like the makeup style.
Came with the age. Oh God, yes.
What was popping when back in her day?
What was popping in '82 was not popping in.
You rock the hell out of a blue smoky eye in the '80s, right?
Yeah. It was like a laser blue if you're a Nike fan.
Wow.
You know? Like blue.
Wow.
Maybe a little.
Like this?
Yeah.
As far as like me, like going as far as like, have I ever felt disrespected?
Right.
Either, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Either I just don't remember these situations, or I just try not to remember these situations.
I feel like people expect darker skinned women to be curvier, and you're brown skin and you're hella curvy. Do you feel like niggas like really only like approached you because of that, or giving you the time of day, or whatever the case may be, because of your booty?
My booty? I don't know. Like, I've had people say, like, it's my dimples, like, it's my face. And then, you know, like...
How could you not look at this face?
Yeah. And then, I could tell when a dude's, like, it's, like, ass for them. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, like, I never really feed into too much of anything. Because, like, I know, like, niggas come because... they like one thing or another, so
and they all want ass, so
right. And they be catcalling, and with these niggas not having no home training, like it could be disrespectful.
Yeah.
So like I'm wondering if that's ever happened to you, like if a nigga ever approached you disrespectfully, like because of your body.
Yeah, no, for sure. What?
I feel like we've all gotten that.
The hell? Oh my gosh! Somebody touched me in a club.
And your cootie cat?
No, my ass. And when I tell you, like, my turnaround is like, I be hoping it's the female that touched me, because if I turn around, it's a nigga, I be like, you want me to act crazy. Like, yo, you want me to... I was so ready to grab my drink and throw it in this... I don't know, that's my thing.
You should have threw it.
I just like grabbing and throwing it in niggas' faces. But I was so... she grabbed me. She was like, it's not even worth it. She was like, you know what? He did it because you look good and niggas is drunk and they just don't know how to.
Who said that?
But
It was
you should
another
have
female.
self-control.
It was another female.
Oh, okay.
But you should have self-control, sir.
Yeah, and not disrespect.
It's not even
no
about
woman.
self-control, nigga.
Like,
You
don't
a sex offender?
Like, you don't want, you
Respect.
don't, like, say if it was your sister, like, you wouldn't be touching a random, like, stop. But, yeah, so she caught me because, you know, like, I could throw a drink and a nigga punch me in the face right after. You feel what I'm saying? So she caught me or whatever, and she was like, girl, it's not even worth it. And I was like, sir, you are so fucking lucky. This lady just saved your fuck. Cause I be, what? Yo, my attitude, I be turned the fuck up. But yeah, I have felt disrespected because of my body. Cause a man, like, you don't want to touch my butt or whatever be the case. But yeah, I just, take me back. I just, but yeah, so
okay.
But yeah,
so we've all faced it, whether it be because of our skin complexion, how we were built, our physique, like
yeah. We
at the
all
end of the
felt
day,
that.
it needs to come to an end,
right?
Yeah.
And
like,
you should respect women no matter what, or if you are attracted to them or not,
right.
because that's just who. If you want to be a gentleman and you want to just be a stand-up guy, be respectful. Be respectful.
And don't be disrespectful in front of your friend just because a bitch don't want to talk to you. I mean, because a young queen doesn't want to talk to you. Because at the end of the day, take that L. Like, your little cat call didn't work.
Just take it on the chin.
Don't be like, all right, fuck you. That's whack.
Yeah, don't do
like,
an extra.
You
a second ago, I was Beyonce.
Right.
I was Beyonce coming down the block. Don't do that.
Right. Okay. There's been plenty of times where I, curb somebody like, oh, that's why you fat. Yes, and you wanted me 5 minutes ago.
And I was still this way, right?
So kiss my fat ass.
Right.
How about that?
Don't drag it. Please be respectful. And as women, like, just love yourself. Like, love yourself, and then, men will gravitate towards a confident woman.
Absolutely.
Everybody loves confidence. Like, when you think of people who you like allure you and people who you want to be like, it's because like they're confident as hell. Like, when I think about confidence, I think about like Rihanna. I think about like how when Beyonce walks out,
Tati, or
I'm like Tati, or like just women who just exclude like confidence in whatever form they're in. They're just bold with who they are at any moment.
But also, don't call nobody. Don't say, oh, I really like that you're confident. That's not a compliment. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, especially when someone is, people feel like that person shouldn't be confident,
right.
And they have confidence. You feel me?
Right.
Don't go around like, oh, I really love your confidence.
Right.
That's a trash ass compliment.
It's a
backhanded one.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like shoving a compliment with your backhand.
Yeah, yeah. So, just be like, I love who you are. I love the energy you exude. You know what I mean? Don't say I love your confidence, because that's whack. Yeah. You feel me? Because that's like saying like, why? That's like having them think like, oh, why am I confident? What do I have to be confident for?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So why
I'm a
should I
bad
be this
bitch.
confident?
Period.
Well, shout out to Jocelyn Hernandez.
Period. I'm the baddest bitch.
Yes, and Trina. Okay, Trina said it first.
Period.
And
Set
then
the trend.
Jocelyn made it Puerto Rican. Okay,
Right. Yeah. Wait. So my last question was, if you could, like as confidence building, like for your younger self, if you could go back in time to any time, what would you tell your younger self right now? Like, you right now, what would you tell your younger self?
Oh, I would definitely say, stay focused and, focus on yourself, bro. Like, don't worry about the external factors. All things come together and sometimes things fall apart, but God always has the final say, and it's already written. Like, as a child, I never really struggled with confidence just because my mom instilled that into me, like, from a young age. And always, like, growing up, I was never, like, a small girl, always been tall, always been chubby. So, like, growing up, like, I've dealt with people trying to, like, make me feel bad for who I was. But I never let that get me down because I knew who I was, and I knew that a lot of times people project their insecurities onto others. you know, i.e. me, you know, I'd be like, you're mad because you're short. That's why you're mad because I'm tall. And then like somebody would be skinny, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You wish you had a little thickness. Come on now. You feel me? Like, come
I
on.
do. Can I have some? Damn.
Well, and then on top of that, it'll be the girls in high school that'll be shady boots, and then you look at them now, and they're like, you peaked in high school, and now you're 25 and you're washed up.
Or fat.
Talk about
Not
it.
even fat, because like
No,
me being
the
big.
girl that used to make fun of you because you looked a certain way, and now they look the way they didn't want to look.
Right, but the thing about when skinny people get fat, they don't know how to dress. They don't know how to carry themselves. No. You feel me? They be all, not to say sloppy, but you know, they be sloppy a little bit. You feel me? Whereas if you know somebody who is larger and always been larger, they dress for their size and their shape.
And they know how
for the
to-
most part. You know, there's some people who could do better, but you know, But you know, my younger self, I definitely would just tell her, stay focused and don't worry about the haters. Like, because, you know, in the end, we always on top, baby. We're always on top. We're always doing better. Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not stagnant. And that's that.
Is it
Yes,
you
that's
fascinated
it.
me?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. What would I say?
What would you say
I
to
would
high
say-
school Brittany?
Sheesh, that was too long ago. But I would probably say, don't stress anything you can't control.
Okay.
I mean, pick your head up.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah, high school was hard.
Yo, I mean, it was just, I feel like in high school, it was so many things that we weren't aware of, but like we were also uncertain within ourselves.
Yeah.
It was just, it was a hard time for me, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, I would try to give her all the words of affirmation if I could.
Absolutely.
But I realize with what social media is right now, I can only imagine what
it is
girls,
now.
Yeah, what
Oh,
girls
going
yeah,
through
no,
high school
honestly,
right now are going
Yeah,
through.
I can't imagine being born in middle school in this
Right.
generation. Like to look at like the expectation of what I'm supposed to look like.
But not even just to look at that, to be constantly reminded of it.
that.
Like,
yeah, and
it's,
like
I could like my heart goes out to the girls who are growing up in this generation
yes,
right now.
check on your siblings who were born in the 2000s, because I feel like depression is very real for
Anxiety
them.
is very
and anxiety
real.
is very real for them. So check on them consistently, because
Right.
like they're honestly reminded 24/7 of
Right.
what I should look like and what's hot right now and
Right.
what's this right now.
And when you don't fit
this.
that mold, is even more of a reason for you to slip into drugs or
Yeah.
whatever shit that
Look,
you
don't
shouldn't
do
be
drugs,
into.
kids. Please
Right.
don't.
And I want to
Please, it's not
remind
worth
you
it.
that that's not even a realistic, like those other children who look like this and do that, they don't look like that on the 20, like social media period
It's
is
Facetune, Photoshop.
is a Photoshop.
Facade,
Everybody on
yes.
social media does not have money. Trust me when I tell you.
Okay.
Everybody does not have bread.
These niggas
Or
be broke.
everybody is doing oh, you got that bag? Let me use that bag. Take it in this picture.
Or they
Let
got it
me
from
use this
DH Gate.
chain.
Okay.
Look, take it in this picture. Or they got
cubic
like,
zirconia.
you feel me? It's
Right.
Like,
Or their
don't fall
relationships
for it.
aren't as
Don't-
rainbow and
relation-
butterflies.
Every relationship ain't gold.
Right. Right.
Can we talk about it?
Right.
But
right.
yeah, just pay attention to everybody. As far as you know, what I would tell my younger self, I would tell high school Egypt because I was so focused on boys in high school. I'm telling high school Egypt to just focus on yourself. Oh my, I promise you, girl, like you are gonna be okay. Like you do not need no boy. You don't need no boy. When I tell
Especially
you, like,
at that point.
oh my gosh, you
What
don't
could
need,
any boy do for us at that
you
age?
don't
know,
need no boy. Don't let no boy tell you nothing about you. You are beautiful.
Nah, this
Don't
is
let no
true.
boy make you feel like you are less than because he want to talk to other females. Like, girl, you are it. Period. And when it comes to a few years later, baby,
The glow up is real.
period.
No, yeah, like in high school, I feel like your view on men and dating is very skewed and like fairy tale-esque. But when you really dip your toe into dating pond, you know, you're kind of like, oh, what did I get myself into dating these men, or giving these men my time?
Right.
So I remember in high school I wasn't really dating. My mom was like, oh, you don't got a boyfriend, you have no man you talk to, and I just always thought like something was wrong with me, you know. Then I'm like, maybe, you know, because I'm a little large, and I was like, no, it can't be, because, you know, guys, they do tell me I look good and whatever. It's just a matter of me being in a relationship with one.
Right.
So what happened was I watched the reel. And Tamara Mari was basically saying that she thought something was wrong with her because nobody really approached her. But she understood that, you know, in due time, that was divine protection. You know what I'm saying? Like, men might think that you already taken, or B, that they're not good enough to approach you. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what time it is, and what you would want to expect from them.
Wow.
Gotcha.
And I do believe that's true. Like, if you're struggling, or you feel like you're alone, or you feel like you don't have anyone to call your own, just know that, you know, God has, you know, cultivated somebody for you.
Dang, this is a podcast for the people or for me, because I feel attacked. Like, dang, all right, talk about it. Okay, I guess.
It's definitely divine protection.
All right.
And
that's what we calling it?
The few men that I've, you know, given my time to, they have all taught me about myself and how to, what I want and what I wouldn't want in a partner. So
yes,
it kind of like, you know,
oh my gosh, somebody said this, and it was like, people are
lessons and blessings.
Like, you experience people. Like don't take everybody like they're gonna be with you forever. Like, they are an experience.
right.
Like, oh, like when my grandmother passed, I understand that her passing was an experience of unconditional love. And I understand that, like, that's an experience that may never be duplicated, but that's an experience that I will forever treasure.
Right.
And that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things that, like, you know, you just experience because that's what God wanted you to experience.
Right,
so,
for sure.
You know, with that
everyone plays a role in your life.
Everybody has his role. So, you know, I just want everybody to understand that.
And play a good role in everybody's life.
Yeah,
what
so
we should
just
tell
share everybody.
Aim for that, please.
Yeah,
We need more
positive
good people in
vibes,
the world.
everybody's life.
And beauty starts from within.
Right.
And love yourself.
Right. Don't do this. Don't do nothing for the next person. Do it for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And exude confidence in whatever you choose to do, and make sure that, you know, you keep that mind screwed on right. Because if it's not right, then you can't exude love in the right way to everybody else.
Right.
Yes. So with that being said, God, we could talk about this for hours. But yeah, check us on the next episode of the Girl Code Podcast. I want to thank y'all. Subscribe, like, comment, let us know what you liked about this episode. And yeah, thank you. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.